Hello, welcome. It is the start of another weekly vlog. Well, technically not a full weekly vlog. It has just occurred to me I haven't done I haven't done a segment for Monday or Wednesday or Tuesday. Yesterday, sorry. Excuse me. So today obviously is Wednesday, and I'm at work just on my break. So I thought to just start off the segments from today. I know it's a couple days short, but I don't think people would really give a crap really whether it's a full week or not. But no, yeah, I'm feeling good, and yeah, only one more day of work tomorrow, and then that's it for yet another week of work. But it's looking like the weather's probably gonna pick up a little bit. It's a bit better today at the moment. The sun's out a little bit. The car is registering about 22, which is the the most warm it's been for a few weeks now. But yeah, so yeah. Also, I put up an announcement video last night, on my main channel. Basically, me and a good friend of mine who runs TF Nation, Mr. Billy Edwards, me and him have arranged to do a live stream on my main channel for TF Nation. It's a TF Nation related stream, and it's basically going to it's basically going to be like a chat, just like a chat thing, but it's mostly also going to be a Q&A. So giving people a chance, if they wish to ask some questions to Billy, if anybody would like to participate. And that's going to be on Friday the 26th of July. So yeah, so next Friday that's going to happen. So very much looking forward to that. It's going to be good, hopefully. So I did an announcement video letting people know that's going to happen next Friday. And I've not had any questions as of yet on my video or anything, but people might wait until the actual stream itself, which is absolutely fine. But the option is there if anybody wishes to participate. But I've got a feeling some people probably won't even bloody bother, because the way it's been this year, it's been quite piss poor in anyone getting involved. There's only been, like, I can only count on one hand how many people have actually got involved video wise this year for TF Nation. So, but it's a mixture of people that don't really do videos anymore, or they just can't be bothered. It's just one of those things. Or it's some people of the regulars aren't going this year, whatever the main reason may be. But anyway, I'll just carry on doing what I mean to do. I like making videos for TFN to get the word out for them and that, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on doing it. Whether people have had enough of it, that's another thing, but end of the day, they've got a record number of first timers going this year. I'm not going to say I was one of the people that did that, of course not, but you know, getting the word out there to people obviously has caused a lot of people to be interested in coming for the first time. So I'm quite happy that if my videos have helped some people, then that's the main thing. But anyway, so I'm going to go back to work now, and more segments for the rest of the week will follow. Yeah. Hello boys and girls, welcome. It is Thursday. Last day of work it was today, and I'm on my lovely 3-day weekend. Yeah, it's not been too much of a bad week really this week. Today was quite busy. I won't go into specifics of how I felt today, but because you don't know who's watching, so I'm going to be very careful. But no, it's one of them things. It's all over with now for another week, and now I can just be me, myself, and I, relax. I'm currently getting back on track with Cobra Kai rewatch, because season 5 I don't know if it's already started or if it's the 8-minute preview for the first episode of season 6. for Cobra Kai. Netflix is saying new seasons, so I assume it's. I thought it was up later this month. I thought it was up later, but it seems maybe it is up now. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I'm currently on season 4, so obviously there's 5 seasons currently out, so I need to get on top of watching my rewatch of it. So I've been neglecting it for the past week, because I've been watching other stuff. So I'm getting back on track with Cobra Kai, and then even though I've already watched all the first 5 seasons, but whenever a new season, because it has been a while since Cobra Kai finished, since season 5 finished, it has actually been a fair bit. Even though I know exactly what went on, but I like to refresh myself before going into a new season, so that I know exactly what's gone on and I remember what's gone on, and then my mind is then in a position that I can take in what happens in the new season. That's just how I roll, people. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. The weather's a lot better. Yeah, the weather is a lot better. Yesterday was absolutely, oh man, yesterday and today was both a scorcher. Today my car was reading like 30 degrees. So I assume outside was about maybe 25, 28, maybe something like that. But my car was absolutely red hot. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that I have a white car now, because if I'd still had my car before the one I've got now, my black one, it would have been stifling in that car. Let me tell you that one. But yeah, but no, I'm feeling good, and very much looking forward to TF Nation. Finally got the green light with Mr. Billy Edwards for the live stream that we were talking about between us. So all that is now set up. Set up the stream ready for next Friday. And so that's going to be fun. And very much looking forward to meeting up with everybody in about 3 weeks' time. So it's about 3 weeks until TFN comes around. So I'm very much looking forward to spending good time with some good friends, catching up with people. And yeah, and obviously I will be doing my TF Nation, like my vlog experience sort of video. I will be doing that as I do every year. But of course, there's a change of plan. I'm going forward, as I've already mentioned a few times. I'm going to be uploading them to my main channel, because this channel does have a small number of people that know me for my hobby, but a lot of the people that follow me on this channel don't really follow that side of things. They only follow me for other types of videos. So I don't see the point of going forward of uploading my more geekier stuff to this channel like I was doing, because it's a totally different feel, it's a totally different vibe of a channel. So, and obviously the whole idea of this channel, like I've already stressed, was supposed to be me on the outside. It's a different side of me, what I do besides my collecting. That's the whole idea of mindset of going into this channel. But no, I will be uploading my traveling and TF Nation experience vlog, if you want to, whatever you want to call it. That will be going up on my main channel going forward. I am contemplating of whether to upload last year's TF Nation to this channel as well, or just go as I mean to go on. I don't know. We'll see how we go with that. Because, like I say, the videos I've already uploaded and that are on this channel in regards to TF Nation, I aren't going to be deleting them. They are still going to be there for people to watch and things like that. So I'm not going to mess around like that, I don't think. But just going forward, I think it's just easier to make things more easier. And obviously, my main channel is, it's dedicated to that side of things. So I think it makes more sense for me to carry on, carry on going forward with keeping my hobby separate to this channel. So, even though I do talk about anime now and again, but I think nearly everybody on the face of the planet nowadays watches anime. Literally, it is quite crazy of how popular anime has gotten within the past, say, 10 years, maybe even less than that. Because even though anime has always been relatively popular, but it didn't start getting popular until about the late 90s, early 2000s, when it really started to come over to the West and started getting dubbed into English, and we started getting things like Naruto and One Piece and Bleach and Ghost in the Shell and Dragon Ball Z and all these other shows that really caused the resurgence of interest towards that sort of programming, and Cowboy Bebop and a few other things. So yeah, it was really very much kind of like the late 90s to early 2000s when Toonami started, when people started to notice that there was an interest in it. But now, literally, I think it's something might be as daft as every two households is watching anime to a degree now. It's like, I mean, I've got a T-shirt of a character from an anime called what is it? Demon Slayer. I've got a character from, even though it doesn't actually say Demon Slayer on the T-shirt, but yeah, I've had a couple of instances when I've been wearing that of people actually coming up to me and saying, "I love the T-shirt. Nezuko is awesome." And obviously, I've got a T-shirt of Nezuko, who is one of the main characters of Demon Slayer, and I got it when I was on holiday in Seoul last year. It's not an authentic one or anything like that, but yeah, but it's amazing just how much people seem to recognise and get drawn to it nowadays. I mean, at one point when I was at school, it was a bit of a I used to keep my mouth shut about what I used to watch, because I used to, some kids used to tease you or bully you for whatever you were watching, so if you was watching something, say like Sailor Moon, for instance, some people, well, even though Sailor Moon was more directed to girls, but there was a lot more to Sailor Moon than it just being another kind of magical girls show, that kind of thing. It did have a draw of male fans as well, for probably other different reasons, of course. But there we go. But yeah, I used to watch Sailor Moon and Cardcaptors and all this, that, and the other that were more centered towards girls because they had main female characters. So they were the main characters. So it was obviously more directed to girls more than boys, but yet boys used to watch them as well. But yeah, back when I was at school, I had to keep my mouth shut, otherwise I'd get my ass kicked for whatever I was watching. So, but nowadays, I don't really think there's anything like that going on. I think most people are on the same page with what they're watching, especially Netflix related or Amazon Prime or whatever, or Disney Plus. I think everyone's relatively on the same page with what people are watching. So I think it's a bit more of an easier, chilled, a bit more accepted watching experience now than it was when I was a kid. How's it going, people? Welcome to Sunday. This weekly vlog is very gappy. Obviously Saturdays I don't usually do a segment because obviously I always meet up with Smithy. Smithy's kind of my social day. Have a few drinks and such. So I don't usually do anything on a Saturday unless I have actually got some time to kill. But it's quite rare. But it's a gappy weekly vlog. I've only managed to do this is I think the third segment actually for the full week, but whatever. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm walking into town. I was a bit lost with myself today. I didn't know what to really do with myself. Bored. So let me get across this road before I kill myself or get killed. But yeah, so I didn't know what to do with myself today, and I've been up earlier than I had planned. I was hoping for a nice sleep in and have a bit of a lazy Sunday, you know, but I was up, earlier than I thought. I've been up since about I think I've been up since about 11 o'clock this morning, give or take. So I've been a bit bored with myself today. I didn't know whether to go for a walk, just a normal walk around my local area where I live, or come into town for a few hours or maybe go and see a film. I'm still in two minds whether to see a film or not. We'll just see how we go, I guess. How I feel later. But for now, I'm going to try and catch the shops for the last hour or so, a couple of hours. Go have a little jaunt around the shops and then maybe get myself something to eat and then head off back home. But yeah, so it's one of them days, you know what I mean? You know, when you just don't know what to do with yourself. Well, I thought, well, after after drinking last night into the early hours this morning, Smithy didn't go home until about 7 o'clock this morning. It was about 7 o'clock this morning when his taxi came. So literally I was drinking from about 9 o'clock last night. I think it was about 9 o'clock yesterday evening, and we were drinking right through to about 6, 7 o'clock this morning. So come out and stretch my legs, try and get some of this excess alcohol out of my system, get some exercise and all that jazz. Well, hello, welcome to the continuing part. It is it is just gone, it's about 12:15 Monday morning, early hours Monday morning. But anyways, this is continuing from Sunday's segment, earlier segment. But yeah, so obviously, as you saw, I went into town. I was bored, as I said, absolutely bored. Didn't know what to do with myself. Didn't know whether to just go for a normal walk around here, basically, or whatever. But I ended up going into town. Had a look around the shops, had something to eat, and ended up going to see a film. Yeah, just one of those spontaneous things. While I was in town, I had a look what was out, and decided to go and see Twisters, which is it's said to be the kind of like a sequel to Twisters, to the original, no, a sequel to the film Twister from the 90s. Making it mid to late 90s. I wouldn't say it's a sequel. I'd say it's more of a standalone, even though it is within the confines of what the original film was all about, following storm chasers and stuff, and scientists and all that. But I mean, I've a massive soft spot. It is one of my favourite popcorn flicks. From when I was a kid. I remember watching it when I was a kid because I've always been fascinated with weather, like really severe weather, like typhoons, monsoons, tornadoes, all that kind of thing. And I've always been fascinated with that sort of thing. And obviously storm chasers are a real thing. There are people out there that chase these things as a hobby, and people that do have some of these people do know what they're on about. They do have some kind of scientific background in that sort of side of things, but some people do it as a thrill. They just do it more of a thrill, like a thrill-seeking sort of adventure. So storm chasing is a real thing, and that does happen. And I've always been fascinated with like how ridiculously mental and brave and weird some of those people are that do the storm chasing. So I've always been fascinated with that side of things, and so I'm a massive fan of the original film, even though that film did get some backlash from scientists saying that the science isn't sound, it doesn't make any sense, and the fact that they got real close to a tornado in a car when by all rights it should have literally just been swept up, or the car wouldn't stand a chance, which is absolutely true. It wouldn't. By the end of the day, it was a very far-fetched film, and it was much more of a simple film. The original, if I remember rightly, it was more simple. The whole idea was they had these drums with these little balls in with sensors, and the whole idea is they wanted to launch these into a tornado to see how they are made and to kind of get more of an idea of what they are, and how they come about and all this, that, and the other, like get readings from them. And that's basically the original film. Now, I'm not going to go too far into Twisters as a review. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But end of the day, obviously, this film, Twisters, the new one that came out this year, basically it's basically the same as the original, but obviously it follows some completely different characters. It actually follows two separate groups of characters that end up kind of becoming one in the end. And it's basically, the theory is it's not just one twister or tornado that happens. There's multiple, hence the name Twisters, because it's plural. It means multiple. So there's shitloads of carnage, and there is some really cool scenes, absolutely awesome scenes. The special effects are actually really quite cool, and it is really good in certain points. I really enjoyed it personally. I actually really did enjoy it. Some people may vary. When I heard they were going to make essentially the people are calling it a sequel, but in my mind, I don't see it as a sequel. I see it more, it's within the same universe of the original film, because obviously it's based on that same principle, but it's its own thing. It follows different characters that I don't think are related or have any sort of significance to the original research team of the original film. So I see it more as a standalone film. Even though it's technically a sequel, because it's the second one in that franchise. But no, I enjoyed it. It was far-fetched, of course it is. But end of the day, I was there for the tornadoes, people. I was there for the tornadoes. It was quite a thrill ride. There were some really good scenes in there. It was actually quite good. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So yeah, that was that. And then I came home and just been chilling out since. Back at work tomorrow. While I was in town, I picked up some DVD purchases. I picked up Godzilla and Kong The New Empire. I really enjoyed this when I saw it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And obviously I've got quite an extensive collection of Godzilla stuff now. I've got a box set, a DVD box set by Criterion. Basically a distributor, basically, but they do compilations. They do special box set releases and everything. And excuse me. And I've got a DVD box set that is all Blu-ray. The films are all Blu-ray, and basically it consists of the original Godzilla film, the very first one. And it follows the original era of Godzilla films. It's got King Ghidorah in there when Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. It's got Godzilla versus Mothra. It's got all like some of the classic ones that's kind of started it off. So I haven't got every single film. There is a couple films that are not part of that Criterion box set. But like I said, there is another era. You've got the original era of Godzilla films that started with the original black and whites, the black and white films, and then you've got like another era that came after, which is a totally different. It's like its own continuity, and then you've got like the more modern day Hollywood kind of era with since from 2014, I think it was, when the first Godzilla film came out, of this new era that's a part of this. So I think it was 2014 that the first Godzilla film came out, and then you got Godzilla, the second one where he went up against King Ghidorah, and then you've got yeah. So anyway, but yeah, this one obviously is a part of the ones since I think 2014. This is obviously the legendary pictures era of the Godzilla films, the American versions. But like I say, I mean, I've got Shin Godzilla as well, the other Japanese one. I need to get hold of the new one that came out from Japan as well. -1, I think it's called, Godzilla -1. I need to get that at some point. It's up on Netflix, so I want to get it physical as well. So that's definitely going to be adding that to the list. But anyway, so I got that today as well, and I picked up Kung Fu Panda 4. Now, I never went to see this when it was in cinemas. It was a film that just kind of went right out. I just never went to see it. But I don't know how good it is. I've absolutely got no idea if it's any good compared to the others. Some people were a bit pissed off that this actually came about because Kung Fu Panda 3 was actually a perfect conclusion, story-wise, and a lot of people thought Kung Fu Panda 4 never really needed to be done. But I've got to give it a chance. I've got the others. I'm a big fan of DreamWorks animation, so I'm all for giving things a chance. And like I say, I've got Kung Fu Panda 1 to 3, I think, somewhere. So I just thought, why not? I'll add the fourth one. So I've got Kung Fu Panda 4 as well. So yeah. But anyway, so that is pretty much that. It's a very condensed weekly vlog. There's only like 3 segments throughout the week because I didn't start these segments until Wednesday. This past week. But anyway, doesn't really matter. The fact is, there's another weekly vlog out. Yes, this is going up a little bit later than normal. It's going up technically Monday morning rather than Sunday afternoon or evening. But at least you're getting something for this week. That's the main. But yeah, I'm going to be a bit busy these next couple of weeks. We are fast approaching TF Nation. So this Friday coming, I have my live stream with Billy Edwards of TF Nation. Me and him are doing our live stream chat and Q&A. So that's happening this Friday evening, Friday coming. So I'm doing that on Friday, and then the weekend after that, basically the weekend before we go to TF Nation. So the week before we go to TF Nation, or set off for TF Nation, I will be doing my pre-TFN live stream as I do every other year, and I'll be bringing on other people that are going. Hopefully Sam and whoever else wants to come on and chat TF Nation. So I will be doing that as well. So yeah, and also I need to get one final update video up for TF Nation because they're starting to announce the schedule now. The different panels that are happening on the different days. So TFN are starting to announce the panels. They've also announced the final 2 guests of honour as well. And I've not done... I want to make sure that I've announced and mentioned everybody in an update video before TFN comes around. So this week, I'm going to look at doing that at some point as well. So, but obviously this is more centred around my main channel, my TF Noser channel, of course. But yeah, but I'm just letting you know this because just in case the next couple of weeks, if there's any gaps or breaks when it comes to these vlogs, they're the reasons why. Because like I say, my focus at the moment is making sure it is basically TFN related at the moment. Making sure I've announced everything in video format like I usually do. Guest related and update video. I need to do one final update video, information video, and then obviously this Friday, as I said, I've got the Q&A with Billy, live stream, and then literally the weekend before we go set off for TFN, I'm going to be doing my TFN pre-live stream as well. So there's 2 live streams I'm looking at doing. But the only reason why I'm mentioning it in a vlog is because so you know the reason, if there's any gaps, why there hasn't been any segments, or if there's been a week where I've not bothered uploading anything. It's because my focus is mostly on TFN related content at the moment, so that I've managed to get everything covered before going. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching, and I shall hopefully see you soon, and yeah, it's going to be good. So take care, everybody. See you soon.